the bathroom. It's pretty standard. Little bin, little tap, soap, and paper towels. Now at this point in the flight, I was deep into my playthrough of The Witcher. I've been playing for 2 hours, getting really into the game until so this game has got some, let's say, 18 plus seats, which is fine and everything, but I gotta say it's a little bit off-putting trying to go through them when I've got my 2 seat buddies looking over. Luckily I had to stop getting anyway because the flight attendant was bringing us our food, and I gotta say, I know this does not look appealing, it is just pasta and chicken, but I'm not even joking here, it was actually really good. Just look at me absolutely devouring this meal. I'm gonna have to give it a 4, like it was good. Finally, what was the gaming experience like? Now this might shock you, but it was a lot better than I initially expected. You see, normally you would think with a comfortable seat with not that much entertainment features would be a bad thing, but I'm telling you now, when I put them headphones on and the lights went dim, I fully got immersed into this game. I did not care about my comfortable chair, and for a while it was just genuinely nice to sit through and play this game until it got to the 3.5 hour mark and the console died, and because I only have access to USB charging, I couldn't play anymore. So I just had to sit there and try and sleep through the next 6.5 hours of this flight. As I woke up, we were very close to landing. Surprisingly, my gaming experience was actually quite good on this flight, but it was cut short way too soon. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a 3. Giving North Atlantic's economy a score of 10 out of 25. But now we've got to move on to our next seat, which is in premium. Now this seat is with British Airways, and it's for a 7-hour flight from London to Dubai. It cost me $1,255, so let's see if it's any better than economy. We're about to board our premium economy flight. I'm wondering, what are the options to premium economy office? Because I've never flown it before. What I know that you get to do is skip this massive queue. I'm going to go the first thing on the flight. So I got onto the plane, headed to my seat, and immediately got served a fresh orange juice. Look at that 5-star treatment. We are not in economy anymore. So this is my seat at a quick glance. We're going to wait till we take off, and then we will do a seat tour. So let's start off with the free stuff. Firstly, you get a nice little pillow, which is a very comfy addition to the seat. You get a blanket. Again, another addition that makes the seat feel a lot more cozy. What seems to be good headphones and a little vanity kit. This is a ginormous step up from economy class. However, I feel like the stuff that you get for free isn't really of good enough quality for you to take home with you after the flight. However, I appreciate that it's a lot of stuff, so I'll give it a solid 3 out of 5. Now let's check out the comfort of this seat. So the headrest in premium goes up, down, left, tilts. You got built-in like cushion. You also get a few extra inches of legroom compared to a normal economy seat, and also a footrest. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it's pretty good. And unlike economy, you've actually got a bit of arm space. You're not shoulder to shoulder with the people next to you. So for that, it gets another 3 out of 5. At this point, I was about to get my console out, but then the air hostesses started serving drinks, and as they got over to me, they were concerned about me recording. Okay, I can hear the hostesses already discussing us not recording, so not a good sign. I'm just documenting what it's like to game in premium economy. I feel a little bit uncomfortable. I'm just going to sit back and drink my Coke. Even though I was feeling incredibly uncomfortable, I was put at ease when they gave me some breakfast, so yeah. But now it's finally time to start gaming, so I decided to spend the next hour progressing the story on The Witcher. After an hour had passed, I needed to go to the bathroom, so I thought this would be a good segment to see how much a premium bathroom compares to an economy one. This might be the smallest toilet I've ever been in. I'm generally trying to fit it in. I am 6'4", but still, this is tiny. Hopefully, it's motion sensor and outlets for shaving. The bathroom was tiny, so I had to leave, but at least now it's time to review the tech in the seat. Again, this seat had a built-in screen, a little bit bigger than the economy one. Again, this had loads of movies and TV shows on it, but most importantly, this thing had games, which is amazing. But the thing is, these games were like actually good. It had this cool platformer, this crazy 3D racing game. To play those games, you actually get like a full controller with like a joystick and everything. I don't know why they went with a full QWERTY keyboard. It's basically impossible to try and to do WASD here, but you know what? Appreciate the gesture. We'll get into these games a little bit later, because the one thing I do want to point out is that this seat has incredible charging options. Because not only do you get 2 USB ports, you get an actual plug socket with the seat, which is a complete game changer for people like me who bring a console on board, because it basically means I can get unlimited playtime with my ROG Ally X. On top of that, there's also a survival kit. It's a huge upgrade from economy, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Anyways, we're about halfway through this flight now, so it's time to move on with the food. Now in premium, you actually get a menu with a few dishes to choose from. However, if you know me, I've got limited taste buds, so I'm just more of a plain chicken and pasta kind of guy. So whilst the menu was a lot better, I was worried that I might get given something I wouldn't like. However, when I ordered, I was given an absolute feast of options. I mean, just look at all this food. The step up from economy to premium economy has been absolutely insane, and I honestly can't wait to see what the next 2 seats have in store for us. But yeah, back to the food review. We're going to give it a 4 out of 5. Shortly after we finished our food, the lights in the cabin dimmed, and right there, I knew it was time for me to progress with The Witcher. Straight, I decided to take a break and play on some of the games in the in-flight entertainment system. I found this sort of fake FIFA game, which I can't lie again, was actually pretty good. And as we got closer to our destination, I gotta say, this has probably been one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had on an airplane. The comfort and tech in the seat, all combined with the free food and drink options, has given me a solid 5 out of 5 gaming experience. Meaning that British Airways' premium economy has officially taken the top spot with a score of 18 out of 25. But now we've got to get on to our next flight, which is in business. Now for this seat, I'm heading back to London from Vegas with Virgin Atlantic. It's an 11-hour flight, and it cost me $2,016. Okay guys, it's time. I'm a little bit excited, I can't lie. Anyways, let's head in. Now before we even board the plane, I actually got access to a business class lounge where they served unlimited food and drink. There wasn't much in there, I just had unlimited food and drink. But as soon as I got out, I was ready to get onto the plane. And just like in premium, I was able to skip the entire queue and go past everyone to make my way into this beautiful business class cabin. Just look at the thing, it looks amazing. This is going to be my seat for the next 7 hours, and right next to it is an actual bar. I've never been in upper class before, so I'm a little excited. Now before we check out our free stuff, it's time for takeoff. Now I was pretty impressed by the free stuff that we got in premium, so let's see what we get when we upgrade to business. First of all, we get a big comfy pillow, a selection of free drinks, a pretty good pair of headphones, and I also have an entire bag of amenities, which include things like an eye mask, toothbrush, and a bunch of other amenities. I'm not going to lie, this stuff is really nice, but it's not that much different to premium, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. As I looked out at the amazing view that I had, I realised my seat had a special function. Oh my god, I'm reclining. And at the end of my seat, not only is there a lot of legroom, but I also have a little footrest. This is definitely the most comfortable aeroplane seat I've ever sat in so far, and the fact that this will be able to be turned into a bed later on, I'm going to have to give it a 5 for comfort. However, once I got comfy in my seat, it was time to start making some more progress on The Witcher, and so far, I have to say, this is probably one of the nicest experiences I've had playing games on an aeroplane. I played for about 3 hours until I realised that I was going to have to charge my device up soon, so let's move on to the tech in the seat. We got an in-flight entertainment system here that can just expand all the way out, and here we actually have an actual gamepad controller. It's touchscreen as well, so you can play all the games on here, and I think it connects up to there. It reminds me a little bit of the Wii U. You know, you have that little gamepad controller that connects up to the TV. It's kind of like one of them. Got a nice little tay table here, reclining options down here, and again, just like premium, we had a full charging outlet, meaning again that I could keep my console charged throughout the entire flight. Honestly, the tech is a lot better than premium economy, but I just know that in first class it's going to be even more insane. So free soaps, 3 different mirrors for some reason, and some much nicer lighting. After that quick review, I made my way back to my seat and I noticed they've literally given me a whole tablecloth. That's how you know we're in business. So I guess it was time to order some food. Nothing here I like. Oh god. You see, the problem with a business class menu is that it's all fancy, it's all caviar and cheese plates. I just want some chicken and some pasta, to be honest with you. I guess I could get the roast chicken. So I ordered, and it wasn't long before my food arrived. Once again, I was getting interrogated while I was filming, but unlike British Airways, where I left with a warning, on Virgin Atlantic. Dantic, so D-A-N-T-I-C. I left with a few subscribers. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Oh, it smells good. It smells really good. Never in my life have I had silverware on a plane before. This is like a proper meal. I won't lie to you, this is the best meal I've ever had on an aeroplane. I actually can't believe what I'm eating right now. This is genuinely incredible. This food for a couple of seconds made me think that I was actually eating at a restaurant. So for that, I'm going to have to give it a 5. But now we're moving on to arguably the most important part of this flight. What's the gaming experience like? Well, like I said before, thanks to the charging outlet, there's no limit to how long you can game for on this flight. And if you were to ever get sick of the game that you're playing, there's actually a really nice amount of games that you can play on the in-flight entertainment system. The only problem is, they're a bit weird. Like, what's this Stinky Linky? I'm lost for words right now. And unlike the other 2 seats, if there's ever a dodgy cutscene, you do have these 2 nice big walls to protect you from the awkwardness. Now, this flight went deep into the night, so I did need to put my console away to get some rest. But luckily for me, this chair turns into a bed. I've always struggled with legroom on planes, so the fact that I'm about to sleep in an actual bed is genuinely baffling to me, guys. I'm about to have a full-blown sleep on an airplane. Honestly, just thank you guys so much for allowing me to do these videos. I'm not even in first class yet. Yeah, I'm going to try and get a few hours nap because well, the time difference is going to be a bit crazy, I think. So I'll see you in a bit. Let's have my mic off. When I woke up, I was actually served a full English breakfast, which I didn't even realise I was entitled to. And again, I just couldn't believe it. My overall experience in the seat has been absolutely incredible. My gaming experience would have been a 5 out of 5 on this plane. However, there is also just so much stuff to do. I did get a little bit distracted whilst gaming, so just for that reason, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Meaning with a score of 21 out of 25, Virgin's business class is currently in the lead, but that still might change as we go into our final and most expensive seats in Emirates first class. So this next flight is 7 hours long. It's from London to Dubai with Emirates, and it cost me a whopping $7,235. However, included in this price are 4 other luxury experiences that you get to have before you even board the plane. The first thing is a chauffeur that will drive you from your hotel to the airport in a luxury car. There was literally digital control consoles in the armrests and a fold-down TV, which I guess if we wanted to, we could play games on whilst we're on the way to the airport. Speaking of the airport, when we got there, we were took to a private first-class terminal where someone took our bags, and we literally got through security in about 5 minutes. Once I was through to the airport gate, I had access to the Emirates first-class lounge, which is one of the nicest first-class lounges in the entire world. But before we went in there, I had to check out something that I had never seen in an airport before. What the hell? Is that a gaming cafe at the airport? No way. I wasn't wrong. Dubai Airport literally has an entire gaming cafe in its airport. Now, whilst we're going over this crazy gaming cafe in the airport, I'm thinking about the video sponsor, Udu, because I wouldn't have been able to do this video without them. So Udu is a all-in-one management software that provides entrepreneurs with a suite of applications to simplify their day-to-day operations, including accounting, website creation, and more. Now, I was actually 3 hours early for my flight, so I managed to spend a couple of hours playing some games on these PCs. And whilst I do that, I'm going to show you Udu's project management app that allows you to create clear projects, track progress and deadlines, assign tasks, and use status to help organize and track progress. You would genuinely not think that we're in an airport. You can schedule activities, meetings, send emails, and more. As you can see, I've actually been using it to plan this video, and it's been super helpful. With all of these features, it makes it easier than ever to collaborate. The first application with Udu is completely free for life, with their free first app offer including unlimited hosting and support. Genuinely, without Udu, this video would be impossible. So I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. And if you are interested in checking them out, you can hit the link in the description. But anyways, we've got a flight to catch. And going up to this flight, I went through the Emirates first class lounge, which is an entire floor of the airport dedicated to first class passengers. You have access to your own luxury shops, a restaurant with unlimited free food, and I guess they also have a first class internet cafe, which is right next door to a room with a PS5 game itself. However, now it was time to board my flight, so I took an elevator down to the plane. But as I went down with my fellow first class passengers, a random alarm went off. And I got a taste of the kind of people who I'd be sitting next to on my flight.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, this is it. We're heading on the plane. Hello. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome. Morning. You're right here.
Thank you. Oh, you are joking right now. Just entering the seat, there are just so many things to look at. I'm genuinely shocked out of my brain right now. As we started to take off, I noticed that in the aeroplane TV, there was literally a camera showing the aeroplane taking off. I decided this would be a good moment to try and get some minutes playing the Witcher. I played for about 5 minutes until I realised I could do this. This is unbelievable. Okay, let's have a look at the free stuff. So first of all, we get a really nice pair of earphones. Oh my god, these are premium. I genuinely wish I could take these home with me. However, the aux cord. I've never seen an aux cord like that before. We also have a pot full of snacks. I'm just going to put this here though, because just over here, we've got the drinks. Like, I don't even know what this is. It's like a little motorised minibar. Now, the pillow in first class is comfortable. Genuinely, this is a bed pillow. You also get a duvet and a mattress. Obviously, we've got some pyjamas, but right now, I just thought it would be good to rock an Emirates top. I thought it'd be good just for the feeling of the video. Plus, it says Dan tick on the back of it. I completely forgot as well. There's a little vanity mirror in here. Pillow mist, something called sleep oil, eye cream, facial toner. Don't know what any of these mean. And a little washcloth. Little writing kit here. That's going to help with me. I genuinely cannot believe the amount of free stuff you get in the seat. It's going to be a 5 out of 5. Now, if I go onto the tablet here, you'll just be able to see how many adjustment options there are for the seat. But even with that being in place already, this is the most comfortable airplane seat I've ever sat in my life, just in the base position. Obviously, there's a lot of arm room, which is essential for me, as you guys know. But this chair can also move. It can go forward, it can go back. I can literally adjust the height of the armrests. Are you joking? And of course, we have a big comfy...
Com certeza. Não sei bem que ele é famoso. Vai dar 12, porque, porra, dá uns 40 mil essa viagem de avião que ele fez. Eu fiquei refletindo nisso. Aí chegou, não, vou torrar essa grana, vou ficar, não sei, né? Ver o quão famoso ele é. Mas vamos supor que ele é mais de menos famoso. Vou ficar na pilha, mas vou fazer um vídeo foda pro YouTube, inclusive tá até legendado originalmente. E, pô, em outra escala,
started rambling on about how much I enjoy the comfiness of the chair, but then, yeah, don't make it out. Oh, bit of turbulence right now. It's fine though, because I am in first place. Again, I've got to give it another 5 out of 5 for comfort. I think this chair might be more comfortable than my sofa at home. Okay, now we've got to test out what tech they have in this here. Before we even get to it, I just got to let you know, there's a lot. I mean, the first thing that we've got in here is a giant TV tablet, and this has all your movies, all your games on here. Oh my god, there are so many games. It is a little bit annoying to always reach forward and try and touch this. However, next to your seat, you have this tablet which you can control the entire thing from. However, you don't just have access to the big screen and the small screen. You've also got in your armrest a third one, which is the game controller, very standard game remote. I think it's near enough the exact same controller as the one on the Virgin flight. And actually, weird enough, the games on here are pretty much the exact same ones that we had on our premium economy flights. I feel like all these different airlines, they've just picked like a set of games and they've all stood by them as the go-to aeroplane games. We need something innovative. The seat also comes with multiple lighting options, small USB ports, and a plug socket, meaning that I can keep my rock ally charged again for the entire flight. They've crammed as much tech into the seat as I think they possibly can. So again, we are giving it another 5 out of 5. Now, you know how most airline air vents that are that strong, they give you a little bit of a, but it's not that much. There's one down here. Let me just twist it for you. It's like a leaf. Now, the bathrooms in first class were basically the same size as business. However, they had a lot more luxury elements, like hand towels, expensive fragrances, and a few other little things that just gave it that luxury touch. Again, this is definitely the best airplane bathroom I've ever been in. That's a real flower. That's it. We think it's time for our meal. The menu on here is like a restaurant. I can get sandwiches, pastries, snacks, and popcorn. I can get caviar. Do I get caviar? No, I'm not getting caviar. Genuinely, I can't comprehend this though. This is just amazing. Can I get the grilled chicken breast? Oh yeah, amazing. Thank you. Just a few minutes after ordering, a literal banquet of food arrived. That is amazing. Really good. As you can see by this clip, I am basically inhaling this food, so I've got to give it another 5 out of 5. Now, if you're looking at this score sheet, thinking the first class is the best seat to fly in, this next part is going to surprise you. You see, throughout this entire video, I've been trying to finish the story of The Witcher 3, and before I got into first class, I was very close to finishing the game. But the problem is that every single time I wanted to start playing, I just got distracted by nearly every single little thing in the seat. Whether it was the popcorn the air hostesses kept bringing me, the even cooler pajamas that they gave me, the fact that they turned my seat into a bed. This seat is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so I wanted to try literally everything out. And unfortunately, that meant that on this 7-hour flight, I only spent about half an hour gaming. First class was literally so good in every other department that I literally just couldn't spend any time gaming, so I can't really give it more than a 1 out of 5, literally because it was so good. Maybe if it was a longer flight, I could have had a better gaming experience. So unfortunately, this video isn't about finding the best plane seat. It's about finding which plane seat is the best to game. And after getting the final scores for everything and comparing the prices of each seat, I can honestly say after this entire experience that the best seat to game in is premium economy. Economy is just uncomfortable, and the other two, they're nice. They're just I haven't got that kind of money. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was my biggest and most expensive one yet. So why not give this video a like and check this next video out here? I would really appreciate it. Hoje em dia, 90% dos